Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kjersti and I'm gonna talk to you for a bit. That's what I do here. I talk a lot. First of all, look, the snow is melting, but it's raining, so there's a lot of water outside, but at some point I'm gonna grow stuff here. That is the hope. And I have started something. These are tomatoes. This filming is not always easy. This one finally has started to get its first true leaves, which is very exciting. Yeah, tomato. And then we have a dwarf tomato, too, coming up there. I have some basil. We have a few little more babies coming up. These are going to be tiny strawberries. And very, very, very tiny because those are toilet paper rolls. And then I repotted some things. I had started all of these in egg cartons, and egg cartons are very, very low. So not a lot of soil. So in this white one here, these will all be snapdragons, and no one has gotten their true leaves yet. They're all just like stretchy little babies. Very cute, but nothing is happening. So I didn't even want to divide them up. Like, this one's got like a bunch, but I didn't want to risk like destroying so many of them. But eventually they'll grow up a little and become bigger. And these are snapdragons and in the green pots here. And it's very hard to show you, but can you see the tiny little piece on the side there? The first true leaves. And these are going to be pansies. So I have started, not very much, but I've started a little. And it's going to be... So, oh, wow. What a... what a view. Anyway, I am going to sit down and puzzle while I chit-chat with you. I just wanted to show you, and I'm very sorry about the light. I talked about painting. This is my kitchen. The wallpaper is crappy. And I'm thinking about colors, and I don't know how to make the colors come off properly because rain, not the best lighting. But these two are options for the kitchen. This is called Ocean Air. This is called Iconic, more on the green side. And I don't really know which one I like the best. I like both of them, but you know, it's hard to tell. And then here I also have, because I hate this color, it's so dreary, and I have 3 options. I'm thinking the bottom one here with the title or name of Mindful Green, which is a gorgeous color. But it might be too dark. But we also have Treasure and Tender Green. That's a bit more on the blue side, but you know, I don't know. It's hard to show you in the correct lighting. But yeah, those are the options here. I have some decisions to make, obviously, because picking colors is so hard and there is so many to choose between. Oh, and before I do anything, I'm gonna show you I have gotten on the puzzle. And there's much glare, but can you see there's only a little bit left? And the little box over there probably has these ones. But I am almost done, and it's taken a lot out of me because the glare from the pieces, I mean, you can see it very clearly. At least I can see it very clearly on the camera. And like, there's so many of the same colors, and it's so hard to show you. But yeah, there you go. Maybe you see it a little better. But it has been so hard to do this puzzle because the colors, all of them just blend together, and it makes it really, really hard. I mean, I knew it wouldn't be a simple and easy puzzle, but I will admit, it's been a lot harder than I thought it would be. And on the back here, can you see where I'm pointing? my lists have changed. My to-do lists have changed. Last time, because I started them, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do all these things. And I put 96 items on my to-do list that is of more or less importance, and things that I need to do, want to do, really should do, and like that kind of things with my house and my property. Which in a way, great. Some I should be able to do by myself. Some would cost a little bit of money. Some things I need help with, like putting lamps on the wall. I'm gonna need someone to like hold them while I take a step back and figure out exactly where they go. And so I need someone to help me, though it won't really be a big task, but I can't do it by myself. I still don't have that many people that I know here, so that's a challenge. Hopefully at some point that challenge becomes less challenging, so, I get to know people here and get to ask them for help and maybe help them with something if possible. I'm thinking that's always the goal. I don't want to just take, I want to give back too, But when you don't know anyone, or I shouldn't say that, I have gotten to know people, like I meet up with some ladies once a week and we knit, basically like a public knitting group, and I love it. And they're so kind and welcoming, and they're all retired ladies. And we're not like friends, but we chit chat. They accepted me when I got there, so that's nice. But yeah, it's there are things on those lists back there that I need help with. But yeah, I had 97 items, and then there was something that I knew but I'd forgotten to write on the list, so then it turned into 97 things that were needed to be done. And then over the last week, I took a step back and looked at the list again. And I decided to try to be honest with myself. How much is it feasible for me to do? And there are things that would cost quite a bit of money, and I can't do all of that at once because money. But yeah, so that in itself is a challenge, obviously. I am not a millionaire. That would have been amazing. Then I would not have had a lot of the struggles, because a lot of the struggles is like I have to do things like change some windows. It turns out I think I don't have to change potentially as many windows as I think, or I probably should, but like let's not try to change all the windows. Let's just try to focus on the most important ones, like the one window that gets to freeze on the inside. Yeah, that's pretty important to switch out. Things like that. If I had had help, I might have been able to do it with help, but I'd rather pay professionals to do it so I know that, it doesn't freeze on the inside anymore. That would have been great. So certain things like that, I'm gonna pay people to do. And there are, as I said, limited funds. So, that's, it's a thing. So yeah. So those lists of mine that contain 96 and then 97 items, I took a better look at them because I realized that, yes, and I know this about myself, that I have a tendency to like go high and then kind of crash land. I never intend to. It's like, they're always good intentions, but I don't know if you've heard this, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I have a lot of them. And I have a tendency to overestimate all the things that I want to do. Or that's not true. I don't overestimate the things that I want to do. I overestimate my time, my own abilities, and the finances. So I decided to look at the lists again and try to go for a more realistic approach. And I know by looking at the list, they're still technically too big. I get it. But I would say, or I will say that at least I've taken away a few things that wouldn't happen this year anyway. Let's be realistic. I wouldn't be able to have the windows changed, fix a lot of different stuff, and dig basically for a few months and fix a lot of the barn stuff and take down and build a new garage by myself. No, that ain't gonna happen. Let's be realistic. That was not realistic at all. So I redid my to-do lists, and it now has 77 items. So I got rid of 20. And I am a little bummed right now, not because of that, but I had this whole plan about bragging about myself when I was filming today because I did something on the list. Yeah, that didn't happen. I mean, I tried. I needed, because there are a couple of the items, way too few, but there are a couple of the items of things that are actually small things to do, which, great, cool. I intended to do one of them. And as I said, that didn't happen. I tried, but I wouldn't say that I failed. It's more that I didn't take everything into consideration because I needed a magnet for one of my closets. It had the magnet, it had half a part, but it was missing the other half to like actually make it stick together. Yeah, and you kind of need, for a door in the wall or the wall space of the closet to actually stick together, you need something on both. So I went to the store, and we don't have a lot of stores around here, but I do live very rurally. But they had some magnets, and I got one, and it looked nice, and turns out it didn't quite fit because it's a newer kind of magnet, and in the closet it was an older type. And I'd screwed it all parts off and was putting them together, and it's like, well, why, like when I close the door it doesn't stick? Well, that is because one part, the new part, was basically a millimeter thick, whereas the old one had a plastic thing with a magnet in, which was 5 millimeters. And you know, when you take 5 millimeters and then you add just 1 millimeter, or not add, switch it out with just one, they didn't actually connect. It's like they stopped here. Hold on. They were like, usually they would go here. But instead of that, they were stopping there. It's like, well, that's not gonna happen. So I have to take it back to the store and say, hey, do you have something that's a little thicker so I can actually make it go together? But yeah, so I'm a little bummed because I was so gonna come on here and like, oh, you guys, yes, I changed it so it's fewer things on the list. But I also did something. And I mean, I tried. It just didn't quite pan out how I wanted it to pan out. I was so excited, and then I was so bummed when it didn't actually work. And I was like, and I could not, at first, I could not figure out why they don't go together. I put them in the same space. Yeah, that was part of the problem. Because the magnet themselves were not the same, as in size-wise. So yeah, that was definitely a bit of a bummer. But, you know, I learned something. It's not just about where, like, because one had 2 screws, it's not just about where the screws for the holes are. You gotta look at, like, the thickness of things to see if it actually fit where it's supposed to. That didn't even cross my mind. So, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say I've started on my list. And I have also started on the list, or another part of the list, by getting the paint samples. Not actual paint, but like those little cards that has colors on them and that I need to decide between. I have a feeling that's going to be really hard, because when I got into the store and like saw the wall of like all the different colors, and let's be honest, that was not all the different colors. They had a lot more colors than just that. And I was like, what in the world? How in the world am I going to be able to choose between them all? And I mean, I feel like I picked some good ones, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, if you go back and look at the color samples or whatever they're called, please let me know which one do you like. Or if you can't decide on which one you like, is there one you think, oh my god, please don't pick that, that's gonna look horrifying. If you see something like that, I may or may not listen to you. I don't know. I put them up on the wall, trying to like decide on which one. And I think I really wanted to finish the puzzle with you guys today, so I could show you the finished product, because I kind of need this table to do for something else. Because at the start of the video, I showed you all my seedlings, and I'm gonna need a lot more seedlings. I have an acre which have not been dug out, so it's a lot of grasses on it, and not the good kind, not the one you really want there. And I've also learned that what I called couch grass in my previous video, it has many names. It also has many names in Norwegian, but from what I could tell, one of the English names was couch grass, but another one, if you don't know it by that name, another one is Bermuda grass. And wherever I see something about any of those two, which is apparently the same grass, the same invasive weed you do not want, I've seen phrases like the bane of our existence or stuff like that, and I was like, oh, cool. And I have pretty much my whole acre of field is covered in mostly Bermuda grass, so that's not nice. It's very unfortunate. But you know, you win some, you lose some. I will dig more than just some Bermuda grass. But you know, eventually it'll hopefully get to be what I want it to. But you know, you never know. You gotta just go for it and try and hope for the best, I feel. And the box is empty. Now I just have the little box left. So, and these pieces, some of them, hold on. Will this be a long video? Yes, it will. Sorry about this. I mean, some of the pieces are like regular pieces, but they're very skinny on some parts. And some of them are like this. And then you have the like tiny parts. So this is what I'm gonna do now. Oh dear. I'm so worried you're gonna fall. When that is done, the puzzle will be done. Oh, that was very dark. Oh, magic. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. But yeah, I now have some more challenge with picking a color or picking all the colors. And it's gonna be yeah, please, if you have not if you have preferences or anything, but like, where do you go? Oh, there you go. No, I don't get it. Oh wait, there. And yes, it's the table is creaky. Creaky? Is that what you would say? Yeah. That at least was what I would say. Where was I going with this? Oh, the lighting changed again. I don't know. Partially magic and partially not magic lighting. So, yeah, I have picked up paint samples to kind of try to decide which colors I will have in my kitchen and in my living room. And this is the living room I sit the most in, so, you know, I want it to be a good one. A really good one, but also I want to be able to, oh, these tiny pieces are so tiny. I want to be able to be happy with the first try I make, as in the first color I pick, not and not what was I saying? Yeah, not like try several different ones, because that would be costly, and I don't want that. What? I'm missing a piece. This is very surprising. I did not see that coming at all. Okay, so I have, okay, these tiny ones are impossible. Oh. Guess what's in here? Oh gosh. Well, I'm not missing a piece, and I did finish the puzzle. Oh, for a second there I was so worried I was missing a piece. I hate when pieces are missing in puzzles. It's so annoying. But anyway, I have worked on the list. I tried to do the magnet. Didn't pan out because size difference. I have picked up a few different colors to pick from. And fingers crossed I like all of a sudden fall in love with one of them and just say, that's one. That's the one. So yeah. I technically I have started on the list, even though I haven't been able to cross anything else out. I have technically started on the list. And I have started on a little bit of seedlings, which is why I needed to finish this puzzle, because I'm gonna move this table where the other one is, where I have some seedlings, because this table is bigger. And I'm gonna need a bigger table because I have a lot of seeds that I want to start, because, you know, I technically have a lot of growing space outside if I just dig away all the couch grass first, or the Bermuda grass. I kind of wish I had like goats or pigs. Actually, pigs would probably be better. Anyway, I'm not gonna get animals right now because that would also take money, and I'm gonna like switch windows before I start buying animals, because you know, everything is expensive. So the finished puzzle, because this has taken me quite some time. It's 2,000 pieces, and apparently not easy to show you all of it because of glare. I'm just raising the camera now. Can you see it? Could you see all of it at once? Oh my god. I don't know if this is gonna show up on the video, but there is an impossible glare, and I've been standing hunched over this table for days because the glare is impossible. Anyway, I am now officially finished with the puzzle. I'm very happy. I think it's very pretty. And it's from Fame Puzzles. Made in EEC, whatever that is. It's an old puzzle. or older at least. This is the size. It's from Holland. Interesting. Whoops. Yeah. More information here? Not really. If you're less than 4 months, 4 years. Okay, 3-4 years or 36 months, I guess. But I mean, some of the pieces, like that tiny little thing is a piece. So, yeah. 2000. I have no idea which church it is. I kind of wish I knew. It's a pretty one. I don't know. Something about knowing something about the places. That could have been cool. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go back to probably take the puzzle down again because I want to start seedlings. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you. I don't know exactly what kind of tree this is. But it has this kind of like... Oh, I'm sorry if I'm really shaking you now. But... Oh, and also you can't focus properly. But you see all these tiny little things? I can't point. Okay. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it looks like it's filled with snow. It's not. It's like little thingies. It's super cute. But yeah. Oh, can we have it at normal size? There we go. I still haven't... I mean, look, this is where I live. It's snow outside, but isn't it pretty? I love where I live now. It's so pretty. I really like it. And I have nice neighbors, nice people, but yeah, I need to get some friends so I can get help putting lamps up. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Not with the puzzle on this table, because it'll hopefully be full of seedlings. There are at least a lot of pots with soil and seeds in them. You know, something like that. It takes a little time for some seedlings to grow, especially when I have older seeds. Because I was so sure several years ago that I would buy a house and move. So I bought a lot of seeds that have been sitting on a box in the not best conditions. So, you know, I'm gonna work on those. In the meantime, I hope you have a nice day, and hopefully less rain than I have right now, because yet again, too much water in the house, which is very unfortunate. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!